Hey guys, this is what you get to look forward to at the end of the video. I'm just here to say, preferably don't leave any comments until you've watched the whole video, and maybe don't leave a comment unless you're planning on watching the whole video, because I would like you to kind of hear about what happened and my explanation for it, because it likely is what your comment is going to be if you are planning on commenting as to why I fell off. Because yeah, I know why. Trust me, I beat myself up enough about it as is. So like, yeah. Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the vlog. My phone is like precariously placed in my pockets in the float. Just currently changing for dressage. Yeah, I'm taking my pants off. I'm kidding. I'm taking my top pants off. I've still got my breeches on underneath. A few things to chat with you about. So, obviously doing One Star this weekend. Hi, welcome to the vlog. I'm wearing a new jacket from Cavaliero Them. That's the website. And I really like it. I really like it. It's like this nice stretchy material, so it's like super snug fit on me. The only thing I'm not sure about is these ones. Like I like these ones, I like this thing. Not sure about this. Ooh. No, I was supposed to do the zip first. What else was I going to say? Oh, fun fact. I'm wearing new underwear this weekend for the first time, because usually I just have like 2 pairs of underwear that I can wear with these breeches because they're so like, can you see them in the mirror? They're like super see-through, and so I have to be like cautious about them. So yeah, I was like, oh, I'm wearing new underwear. What if they're like bad luck or something to wear like new underwear that I haven't worn before? I find myself, yeah, being like super superstitious, and I'm like, what if this is a bad omen or something like that? I'm gonna get this out just in case. Jerry's like, I can hear plastic. Give me some food. I have found out today that I'm addicted to caffeine because I had caffeine withdrawals this morning because I didn't have any yesterday. So that's a fun thing. Oh, also, yeah, you guys might notice I've started using my Micklem bridle in dressage, but it's not quite the right colour for my dressage saddle. So I really need to get the right colour. And also because this one's like 5 years old, I hate using it heaps because I'm like, what if it dies? Then what do I do? Because this colour, you can no longer get it. I hope you enjoy this Reynella horse trials vlog. I'm gonna go jump on now and do my dressage test. Hopefully I don't forget it, even though I've done it like 6 times this year, probably more. Finished dressage now. It was alright. We had one mishap and one dodgy transition that I can remember. All the transitions were a bit dodgy actually compared to what they could be. I'm so red. Like my eyes look blue just because of how red I am. Now I'm gonna go walk the cross country course and I'm actually working tonight, so we're gonna try and get home as fast as possible. Actually, fun fact, I'm also sponsoring this event, like HLH Costume Apparel. I'm sponsoring the event, so I was gonna have a stall here, but I kind of just ran out of time to organise everything, and also I didn't really want to when I wasn't exactly sure who would man it when I was riding. Morning guys, it's Sunday and boy, last night was eventful. So as I said yesterday, there was a wedding that I was working at with my boyfriend Jay and mum and everyone, because mum runs an event business at the vineyard. And so yeah, everything was all good until they started drinking. They were like very young, they were like 21 or something. And it was all good, and then they were just a bit hectic, like the speeches, like, oh, what a mess. Just in general, they were very, very loose. And I went to sleep, or went home at like 10:15 or something to go to sleep so I could ride today without having like 5 hours sleep. Basically they were to leave at about 11:30. Really? And so Jay and mum start being like, okay guys. Oh, like, why is that tree moving? Pinot's rubbing on it. And yeah, we're like, okay guys, come on, let's go. And then Jay's like getting them to leave, they're being annoying. And then he hears something in the middle of the dam, and it's 3 guys drinking wine in a dinghy, which is like a rowboat made of tin, and they're just in the middle of the dam drinking wine, and one was like standing up. And this dam is like 10 meters deep, so like you fall out and you're drunk and it's pitch black, like probably screwed. And so yeah, that happened, and oh my god, imagine if it like tipped over or something. Lucky that boat's like really stable. And yeah, that apparently broke like 25 glasses or something, and something else happened, I don't know, but it was a mess. so that's what happened last night. And yeah, now I'm just getting ready. I have cross country at 10:30 and show jumping I think at about 1:30. The course isn't terrible, like it's not, like I've jumped most of the jumps from the other 2 events that they've had there, and from training days, like I've jumped most of them, but there are some like new ones that I really don't like the look of, like they're big and they're square, and a new water jump, and I really don't like it. It's got a nice ground line which makes it a lot easier to jump and like a lot easier for horses to assess, but there's open underneath and I think the horses might read it a bit difficult, so I'm wary of that one. But yeah, they did change the course a fair bit, which is nice because in SA we don't have a whole lot of funding for events, so we're usually not able to change a whole lot. It's good that they were able to this time, and like they've mowed the whole course and everything. But the sad thing is they did not have very many entries at all to this event, which is really sad because it would have been really good if they had, considering they put so much effort in. Just getting the mud off. Oh Jesus, these electric brakes are on so strong. Just going to fetch mum. Those sun rays, Jesus. The other thing I forgot to say that happened last night is both Pino and Jerry got out because they were both in like the temporary electric yards. And yeah, sometimes they get out. I can tell it would have been Jerry first, and then Pino would have like freaked out until he got out. And so they actually got into Dexter and Charlie's like feed shed, which is like an old float. Wow, this sunlight. They got into it and they ate a whole easy bale, which is like a sugar-free or low-sugar bale of hay, because Dexter's on a no-sugar or low-sugar diet at the moment because it helps head shakers. They both ate this like $26 bale of hay, but I mean it's not terrible because if they eat like heaps of grain it can really affect them and they can get colic, but if they eat heaps of hay, usually they're all good. Oh, and the thing I forgot to say is there was a missing person at the wedding as well. Like, he just disappeared. A police report has been filed. Jay went down there and like looked in Jerry's paddock and he wasn't in there, and Jay's like, where's Jerry? So yeah, that was last night. Fun! Anyway, see you at Reynella.
2, 1, go, good luck.
Oh, Hannah, come off and fall down, jump.
Jerry! 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 Oh, shit. What's happening? How's the white breeches looking? New HLH equestrian line. Woo. So that happened, and as you can see, I'm still kind of recovering from it. It has been 2 or 3 weeks since I fell off, think 2 and a bit weeks. And yeah, I broke my nose and had to get 3 stitches in my nose. Obviously, I'm very lucky. A lot more could have happened. I could have very easily broken my neck or broken my back. And yeah, I have a lot of back pain from it now, obviously, because I bent my back a lot doing that fall, accomplishing this fall that I really wanted to accomplish. This actually isn't from the fall. I actually had to get my nose realigned yesterday because it was just a little bit off. You wouldn't really be able to tell in videos or anything, but if the swelling went down anymore and my nose was slightly off, it would start showing off a lot more. Like when I ran my hand down my nose, it was like obvious the bone was in a different place to what it was originally. As for the fall, why did it happen? Jerry, as I said earlier in this vlog, anticipating my own fall kind of, I said that he got out the night before and I didn't really think a whole lot of it because usually he kind of just like chills when he gets out, because we used to let the horses out literally just to like eat grass by themselves, and they'd just like chill and walk around and eat grass. But I think because he got out with Pino, he might have been running around or not sleeping at all during the night. And so he was really good for the first half of the course, but then he started getting a lot more tired. But yeah, I was just kind of like, well, we'll see how it goes. We'll keep pushing, not like pushing, but like, oh my God, it's so hard saying this sort of stuff on YouTube because so many people take it the wrong way. I like have been struggling to edit this video for so long, like since the fall, and like trying to work out if I should put it up or not and how I should edit it and everything. And I just don't like watching it. Like you probably don't like watching it either because it looks terrible. It's hard for me to try to explain it to people that don't ride in the sport because I'm worried that people might take things the wrong way. So the thing is with cross country, with Jerry often, and with me, with sports in general, you kind of hit a part halfway in the course or even early in the course where you go, oh my God, I'm puffing so much. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I've got so far to go. And then you kind of pass that and then you can keep going. And that usually happens with me, even on cross country, because I get really exhausted on cross country. And it also happens with Jerry, like he gets like, oh God, and then he gets more into the rhythm of things, and then we're breathing again, we've remembered to breathe, and then we keep going. And so I thought that was going to happen, but he just seemed to get more tired. After the apex on top of the hill, you would have seen he hung a leg on an upright, just 2 upright logs, the first upright, like A element. He hung a leg on it, and then I had to trot and then canter again and go through again. And I trotted him, made sure he wasn't lame or anything. He wasn't lame, so I cantered him through and he went through fine, so I kept going. And that was a sign that he was getting a little bit tired, but I thought, well, we'll just use it as a training exercise now, like the rest of the course. And the next one was just the ditch and brush. By the way, you probably think I'm getting like hell emotional, but it's just my voice getting croaky because I'm having to be kind of quiet at the moment. So I went over the ditch and brush and it was fine. You could probably see that I got left behind a lot. During my ride, you'll see a lot of fences I seem to get a bit left behind. I'm not entirely sure why that was. This particular day, I just was getting a little bit more left behind than normal. Anyway, you'll see over the ditch and brush, I kind of went a bit forward on landing, and that was just purely because I was so exhausted, like so physically exhausted. I don't know even why I was so tired. I guess just riding Jerry forward the whole time, and also I had been up pretty late the night before and just didn't have a whole lot of energy. I never eat before cross country. I don't even really drink before cross country because I'm so nervous. And so I just kind of cantered on to the next fence. And it was like just not enough impulsion to this next fence because I was exhausted. I was like, Jerry, I'm so tired. You sort it out. The thing with Jerry is that because I was a beginner jumping rider when I trained him, he doesn't really know how to sort it out for himself as much as other horses. So he relies a lot on me. And that's probably because I was a bit of a control freak when I trained him. So it's my own fault. All of this is my fault, obviously. And I'm just lucky that I didn't hurt Jerry with my mistake. So I was like, I'll go for this long distance. And I kind of went like, okay, long distance. And he was like, no, not enough impulsion for long distance, sorry. And so he stopped. And yeah, I was just so tired that I couldn't even hold myself up, and I just went like that, like you saw in the video. And broke my nose. I didn't actually really feel anything because of the adrenaline, so that was good. I think I was just like, whoa, that was a lot for my body to handle. And so like I got up and I was joking around and I was like, yeah, I remember everything. I'm perfectly fine, doctor. And he's like, okay, you can drive yourself to hospital. I'm like, I put on way too much that I was okay, because I'm not that okay. And so yeah, I got back to the float and I was fine. I was still like joking around, and then finally, like when my boyfriend came, I started getting a little bit shaky, and then I kept joking around and I was fine. And I wasn't actually really like emotionally affected until like a few days later, and then I actually started like crying because my back hurt so much, but that was like the only thing. And then yeah, I rode like 6 days after and jumped and everything. And I've been riding and jumping until I had to get this realigned, and now I can't ride for a few days. And I literally have like gauze stuck in my nose, like up here somewhere. My body is like trying to reject it as much as possible. And yeah, it's not that fun. But yeah, pro tip, teach your horses how to think for themselves while jumping. Also pro tip, don't be an idiot like me. Pro tip also, don't ride your horses cross country 1 star after they've got out the night before. There were just so many things, like, that's the thing, like, putting up a video like this, trust me, I'm beating myself up enough about this. So, yeah.